everybody. It is Dean Z speaking to you from my basement, and this is a very special episode of the A to Z vlog. Um, I don't feel like TV shows do this so much anymore, but it used to be that there were crossover episodes and spin-offs, and like they'd introduce new characters sometimes, and then there'd be whole new TV shows. So, like, I think my favorite is All in the Family led to the Jeffersons, led to Maude. And so basically, this is a way of saying we have Maude with us here today. And that is Dr. Steve Gay, who is the Dean of Admissions at the med school.
What's up, Dean Z? How's it going?
So excited to have you here with us today.
It is honor and a pleasure.
Yeah, so Dr. Gay is being a great sport here. His director of admissions, the amazing Carol Tiener, she really wants him to do a vlog. So this is how we're going to get his feet wet in this episode, and then I think she's going to force him to do his own separate series. So Here we go, the introduction of Dr. Gay to the world of
Thank you.
law school admissions. So for all of you future JDMDs out there.
Of which we do have a few. Thank you.
We do. Yes, we do. So Dr. Gay, what I wanted to, I'm going to call you Steve, even though you're
Thank
Dr.
you. Thank you, Z.
We are not only colleagues, we are old friends. So
That's the truth.
This is a lot of fun. But I want to talk today about Ann Arbor, because that is something I think you and I both end up talking a lot about in our jobs.
Absolutely.
So why not just put it down on video here, and then we can never speak about it again. Right?
Sounds good to me. Sounds good.
So like me, you are from the East Coast, right?
That's correct. Even though I grew up in Chicago, went to Yale undergrad, spent so much time on the East Coast, married an East Coast girl.
Yeah.
Married a Bronx girl, so yeah.
So when you were thinking about coming to Michigan for school, what did you know about Ann Arbor, and how did you picture it?
You know, for Michigan, what most people know about Ann Arbor is what they see on television on Saturday afternoons. You know,
what's on? Tell me more about that. What's happening?
Well, there's college football on Saturday afternoons.
Oh, do we have a football
we have
team?
a pretty decent college football team, which
I don't know that.
Which everybody sees on television. It's iconic, and you hear all these wonderful things about Ann Arbor, and every time they would see the vistas of Ann Arbor, you'd see all these trees and the woods and the amazing buildings. And so you really felt it was kind of this place in the mountains or in the forest that was far away from everything, where everybody walked around in big beaver jackets and sweaters, and it was, you had this image of this great storied university that did all these wonderful things, but was kind of idyllic as this classic university experience away from everything, cloistered academics and all that stuff. That's what you thought. That's what you thought when you saw it, and you thought it was an amazing place.
Yeah, well, so as you know, not a sports person, although I am repping my spirit wear here today.
There you go.
But so I didn't even have that to fill my imagination when people would talk about Ann Arbor. But people would say, "Oh, it's the classic college town."
Yes.
Well, I will say on the East Coast we don't really have college towns. That's not a concept that was useful to me. So it was a big blank, total blank. Maybe I thought there were some cornfields. I don't know beyond that, but then you got here, and now how would you describe Ann Arbor now?
So Ann Arbor is one of the most sophisticated, erudite, amazing, energetic places I have ever been. You are surrounded by brilliant and talented people that come from all over the world. You have unbelievable diversity of thought, unbelievable diversity of culture, unbelievable diversity of class and race, and everybody's just kind of aspiring to be better and to educate themselves and educate others. It is vibrant. It is full of tech. It has amazing culture. It's just, you can't believe what kind of city it is until you're in it. And then you realize why so many places rank Ann Arbor in one of the top 5 places to live in the world. It's an amazing place to be. And you can, it's one of the few places I've ever been that you can find anything that you wish to do, but it's also no more than anywhere between 10 and 25 minutes from where you are. It's strange in that way.
So true. It was a huge surprise to me. One of the impressions, one of my first and strongest impressions of Ann Arbor actually was how smart everybody was here.
That's
Like
true.
I think it's because there's like a lot of grad students working in stores and things like that. And
Yes,
as a result,
absolutely. And
yeah.
you are really correct about the people you meet. You know the story. One of my closest friends here happens to be the athletic director, Ward Manuel. And Ward and I met when we moved in next door to each other in family housing when he was working
Mm,
on one of his advanced degrees. And I had come from my fellowship in pulmonary and critical care. We were two guys who lived next door to each other with little kids, and we fed our little kids by barbecuing every day in front of family housing and sitting on the steps and wondering what we would do with the rest of our lives. And now, what goes around comes around. We're both back, and it's extraordinary. But you meet the most amazing people just every day, just
yeah.
from being a part of the place. And that's outstanding. That's wonderful.
And I think it's an incredibly, I mean, I love, as you have, I raised a family here. I think it's a great place for that. But I also thought as a student, it was just such a great place to be a student. It's like everything is designed with students in mind,
Yes,
and sort of student preferences and the kinds of things the students love to do, which,
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
And as you point out, like nothing is far away. There aren't huge long lines to wait in. Nothing is super expensive. So, yeah,
And I think the other thing that's really unique about it is, although everything is so relatable to students, it also allows you to escape being a student.
yeah,
You can take hikes in the Arb. There are all kinds of things that you can do. You can go to great
yeah.
concerts. If you like sports, there are sports everywhere. If you want to go sit by a lake, you can.
And if you
If
don't
you,
like sports, that's okay too.
right, exactly. If
This is the
you,
diversity of viewpoint that you were talking about.
amazing museums and concerts.
Right.
I've
So that's
seen some of the best concerts I have ever seen at the Hill Auditorium. I just love it.
that's awesome. Yeah, me too. So that's a great segue though, because I want to play a little game with
Sure.
us called This or That.
Okay.
Okay. Are you ready? All
Sure.
right.
I'm ready.
Michigan Stadium or Yost?
Oh, Michigan Stadium. Nothing like the
I'm a
big
Yost
house.
girl. I like the small. I'm not a sports person, so you know what I love about Yost? I love all the mean chants that they say in the
Oh,
song.
yeah. But, I played college football. Sitting in the largest stadium in the United States, second largest stadium in North America, is just unbelievable. And on a Saturday when the sun is shining, it's nothing like it. It's just love it.
And one thing I think about on Saturdays when it's raining and unpleasant, everybody's still in there. And I think
Yep,
this is why I don't
exactly.
like, this is why I'm happy I don't like football. So I can just be home. Okay, question number 2. Zingerman or Zingerman's Roadhouse?
That one's really difficult because I hang out at both a little frequently. I'm actually going to say the Roadhouse
Yeah.
because strangely, the guy who owns both, Ari, I see Ari a lot more at Roadhouse, and he's one of the most interesting people I've ever met. He's a very
Yeah, he is at the
amazing
Roadhouse a
dude.
lot.
Yeah.
I'm going to go off menu and say I like the little shops down by the Ann Arbor City Airport,
Oh yeah.
like the creamery
And
and
yeah.
the bakehouse, because
Yeah.
I love to cook, so I like that. I like to get the
That's
ingredients.
perfect. And you are a phenomenal cook, as we well know.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay, next, Main Street or State Street or Liberty?
That was kind of hard. All right. Because I'm a restaurant guy and I love Main Street, but my closest friend who owns Monty, it's on Liberty. But I think I go to more places on Main Street. State Street is cool, but I think I'm a Main Street guy without question.
Yeah, I always think of Main Street as being sort of like where our target demographics go.
Yes,
Like
indeed.
it's like the grown-up part of town, right?
Yes,
So the med
exactly.
students, the law students, and those of us working at those schools like to go there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, Nichols Arboretum or Mott Botanical Gardens?
I'm going to say the Botanical Gardens, which is a bit out of it. And I think I'm going to say the Botanical Gardens because um, even though I'm completely cool with winter, it's wonderful to go into the Botanical Gardens in the winter and just see all that beautiful, lush stuff. And it's warm. And for some reason, that always gives me, when I need a break, it's perfect. So
Yeah, it's
I like
very
that a lot.
it's this giant greenhouse, and it's
Yes.
very like humid in a nice way in there. But
Mhm.
I also like the outdoor part of
Yeah.
Matai for walking.
Yep.
Here's my true confession about Nichols. I get lost in there if I'm not with somebody who really knows the
Well,
way.
it's enormous. It's
It's so big.
enormous. So yeah, I get that.
I'm fearful of like dying in there and starving.
Exactly. Oh God, the peonies. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, right, right. But I do like the Huron River goes through it, so that's very,
Yes,
very pretty. So,
absolutely,
not
absolutely.
taking nothing away from Nichols Arboretum as a
Right,
great place to walk.
right.
Okay, you were mentioning music before, so Hill Auditorium or the Arc?
Oh, I gotta say, as much as I like the Ark, I gotta say Hill. I've seen Joshua Bell at Hill. I've seen Emmanuel Axe at Hill. I've seen Winton at Hill. I've seen amazing jazz, amazing classical music. I and I love both. I've gotta say Hill. I've got to
Okay,
say Hill. I love the Music Society too. So yeah, I got to say Hill.
yeah. I'm kind of a folk girl, so I like the Arc. But
Nice.
yeah, and
Well,
they
you
and
know
you
that
can, and you're allowed to eat popcorn there, which you can't
yes.
do at Hill. So I
But
like.
the other advantage to Hill for me, strangely, I'm affectionate for Hill because that's where we both have graduation too.
Yes,
I love I love being in that building. It's
that's
just
true.
you realize when you go to the podium that Martin Luther King spoke at that podium. You know, there's something about
I didn't know that Martin Luther King
yes,
spoke at Hill
yes,
Arc.
he did. Yes, he did. And
That's
so
pretty cool.
every time I put my hands up, I just love the place. There have been some amazing folks speaking there and a part of that. And anytime I get a chance to do that, I'm just humbled. I love the
Yeah,
place.
yeah. Okay, last one. Uh, no, sorry, second to last one. Michigan Theater or State Theater?
That one's hard. Michigan Theater, I think.
Yeah,
I think it's Michigan Theater for me.
yeah. I love State too, but I think you know what I really love on Michigan, how they have that little tiny theater attached to the main theater.
Yes.
That's like
Yes.
the sec. I love that.
Yeah, I agree.
And then finally, hiking trails or floating down the river.
Oh gosh. All right. I am going to say for me, it's hiking trails.
Okay.
Okay. I like the walk. I don't always like to get lost, which happens to me sometimes when I hike. I have to agree with you on that. But for me, walking, especially because I can take my puppy, is a lot more zen. You
Yeah.
know, I love walking with Coco, my dog, and it's
Right.
so I like the walking trails, the hiking
You got
trails.
to tire that doggy out.
That's
Yeah.
the truth.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. All right. So now our next section is going to be, it's cleverly titled The Best. What is the best ice cream in Ann Arbor? I will, you know what? And for purposes of this game, I will allow you to branch out to the entire Ann Arbor metro area if
Thanks, because that's what I was going to ask for. Because I'm going to cheat.
okay.
My favorite ice cream is in Ypsilanti. I
Oh,
There is a spectacular place in Ipsy called Go Ice Cream.
uh-huh.
Oh, and I love Ipsy as a whole. You know,
Yeah.
it's an incredible community right next door. But that's an unbelievable ice cream place to me, and it's small, and it's really unique. You know, the whipped cream, they make this crazy honey almond whipped cream that's just completely off the chain. Yeah, I love Go Ice Cream, and
Go ice
understand
cream.
there's great ice cream in this town. Period. So that's a
It's a
hard
hard sell.
question.
Yes. I would say mine, I would say Blank Slate Creamery. I do
Excellent.
feel like that's kind of the crowd favorite though. So I'm very impressed with you picking, more unusual for your favorite.
Yes.
I will say I did think the word Ypsilanti, well, I don't think I tried to pronounce it for like my entire first year in law
Uh,
school. And then I was
it's
like, it's not Ypsilanti, but no,
exactly.
Ypsilanti. Okay. Best bookstore.
Illuminati. Is that what it's called?
Literati.
Literati. Yes, that one.
Yeah, literati. You're a
Literati.
member of the Illuminati, so that's no doubt why
Yeah,
you.
oh, yeah, that's what it is actually. But no, I love that bookstore, and it's one of those very classic bookstores you can roam around and get lost in.
Yeah.
And just find really interesting things. And yeah, that's why I like it. I'm
Yeah.
not a big chain, big bookstore guy.
No,
Um,
no, but
sometimes you're walking in a bookstore, not because you know what you're looking for, but you want to be inspired by something. And that's the place you can keep pulling books off the shelves and reading them. I love that place.
yeah, that's a great one. Okay, we talked about this a little bit already, but let's try it again. Best music venue.
Uh, there are a couple places because there's a fantastic jazz place on Main Street, Blue Llama,
Yeah,
that I love
I
going to.
predicted you would pick that.
If I'm going to say a small venue to go to where I'm not buying tickets, I'm just showing up.
Yeah,
It's Blue Llama.
yeah,
It's Blue Llama. Great. They bring in some really amazing jazz acts
yeah,
frequently. I've always loved the jazz in this town. It's excellent.
yeah. I'm gonna say the Arc again. Although, if when I was younger and more full of energy, I always enjoyed the Blind Pig. But
Oh yes.
you know,
Yeah.
things change. Okay, favorite coffee shop.
So
Best
as
coffee
you know,
shop.
I'm not a huge coffee drinker.
Yeah.
I drink a lot of tea, but when
Mm.
I drink coffee, I like Comet. I like
Oh
Comet
yeah,
Coffee.
yeah.
I
That
don't
they
know
are
why.
very serious. They're very serious there.
I like a lot.
I don't know if I'm allowed to give this answer because I'm just blanking on the name of it. Oh, Le Bon Macaron. It's right across from Literati,
Yeah.
actually. They have delicious coffee, and then they give you a free little macaron with your
Oh, okay.
coffee.
Okay. Yeah, there you go.
It's nice.
That's where.
Yeah. Best place to go for adult beverages.
Your house? Let's
Thank you.
see. There are so many places
I
to go
know.
for
I know.
extremely good adult beverages. It depends on the company and the mood.
That's right. And
So,
whether you want to really eat or just have a drink,
right, right. So, um, I like La Dolce Vita, which is underneath Chop House.
Yep. Yeah.
I love, let's see, what's the name of it? I really like the bar, the Gandy Dancer.
Oh yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
great bar.
I love the bar. I love the bar in the Earl. Have you ever gone there?
Yes,
That's fun.
yes.
Mhm.
I also love the bar in Braun Court, which is right in
Oh yeah.
Carytown.
Yep.
I
Yep.
like going there because I'll go there. Okay, now it sounds like I'm a professional drinker because I go there at odd times when it's quiet.
Yeah. I love your friend Monty is a great
Oh,
place to get a drink. We've
absolutely.
had a couple of great drinks there. But I love
Absolutely.
the Last Word. Have you been there?
Yes, I've been the last word
It's
multiple
fantastic. Yeah.
times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Being a bourbon fan, yeah,
Yeah.
last word is nice.
It's
It's
very good.
very good.
I'm a little disturbed that we had so many answers for that category compared to
Yeah,
some.
I know.
Okay. Favorite or best spot on campus.
Wow. Um, okay, that's a loaded one. I love going to the big house. I love going to Chrysler. But also if you're just roaming around campus,
Hmm.
and oh God, I hate to say this. The single most beautiful place on campus is the Law Quad. Truly. It really is. And
Don't even know what to say.
it is spectacular to walk through there. I just
It's
love
very
that. So
yeah, it's
yeah,
sort of.
I got
Yeah.
to give you yours. I got to give you yours. Y'all did it right.
I was going to give a funny answer and say Ross because you can see the law school so well from there.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Best cheap eats.
Best cheap eats might be Blimpie Burger. It's
Mm,
always a good one.
that's been
Uh,
there forever. That's from when I was a student.
yeah, that might be it. I also like, oh God, I can't remember the name of it. It's the Vietnamese place that they have great pho. Oh,
Ginger Deli.
that's it. Yep, I love
Okay.
that place. Thank
How
you.
about if you when you're taking Amy out for a fancy night, expensive dinner, where do you go?
It depends if we want energy or quiet.
Mhm.
So energy easily. My boy Adam Baru and Monty, we've all been to Monty. We go to Monty a number of times. We love going to Monty. It's phenomenal. The food is brilliant.
Yeah.
Um, if it's going to be a little bit more kind of quiet and subdued, it might be Chop House, I think. I think it'll
Ah,
it'll it'll be Chop House, you know?
yeah.
I like to do that old school steak thing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Um,
I like that.
I'm a big fan of Logan and
Yes.
also the Grange, which
Yes.
is all local food.
Excellent.
Very very nice
Yes.
little place.
Love them
Yeah.
both.
All right, now I think I have two more questions.
Okay.
Okay, what is your ideal summer Saturday in Ann Arbor?
Okay, my ideal summer Saturday. Wow. As you know, I'm a fairly active person. So I like to get up early on a Saturday morning and either uh, get a workout in or a tennis game on a Saturday.
Uh huh.
After that, I immediately go over to the farmer's market in Carytown
Yeah.
and buy fresh stuff for the week. And then by that time, it's probably 10:30, 11 o'clock. I go home and I try to figure out what I'm going to cook for dinner and if I'm smoking or if I'm going out with friends or whatever. I'm smoking meat. I'm a big barbecue guy, as you well know. Not
Yeah.
smoking. I'm a pulmonologist. Come on. But and so if I'm doing that, I'll start that going and stuff. And so then by the time we have dinner, if we're going out with friends, we go out with friends and have dinner that night. If I'm not barbecuing, if I'm barbecuing, we're usually going out with friends to hang out in town, go have a couple drinks and things like that. So I keep a very busy Saturday, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever? This is off script, but do you ever go into Detroit to eat?
Yes,
Uh,
absolutely.
all right. So tell me, what do you love to do in Detroit?
Oh God, the museums are spectacular in Detroit. The art museums are unbelievable. I love doing that. There are wonderful places to eat in Detroit, and so we go to places like the Grey Ghost and stuff like that. They're just
Mm,
spectacular. Um,
mhm.
it's also fun to kind of go to. There's the big market down there
Oh,
is
the Eastern Market.
yes, Eastern Market is
Yeah.
brilliant. And so it's nice to roam around and see stuff. One of the best pizza places in the world is over there. And so you get in line and get a little pizza. All that stuff is really good. So I really love going into Detroit.
Yeah.
It's also a nice place to roam around, although I always pronounce it incorrectly because I think it's Campus Martius. Yes.
Oh,
Something like
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
just hanging out in there. There's plenty to do, and it's a wonderful city.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
Detroit a lot.
Yeah. I love. I used to work in Detroit, as you know, with my husband, and
Mhm.
sometimes we would walk from where the federal building is down to where the Fox Theater is, and
Yes,
it's just a great walk there. And
it
we'd
is.
go
It
to a
is.
movie and then walk back. Very
Yeah.
romantic.
Yep.
Um, okay, and last question: what's your favorite way to enjoy winter? Inside? No,
Yeah,
don't say
basically.
that.
No,
There's a fair amount of winter in Ann
yeah.
Arbor,
Yeah, but if
so
somebody's gonna tell me that they don't wanna go to one of the great institutions in the world because of the weather, then well, thank you. Next. But but there are a lot of ways to do it. I really do I love walking my as you know, I live in an area where it's really wooded and stuff. I love walking the puppy through the woods in the winter. It's just
yeah,
really,
yeah,
especially early in the morning or at dusk, it's just an amazing feel.
yeah.
And so I really like that. And I heard somebody say, and I said, I got to steal that line. Um, there's no bad weather, just bad clothing choices.
That is
So,
so true,
you know,
especially in 2021. Like, there's a lot
seriously,
of technical clothing.
seriously. And the fashion, I love my wool. I look good in it. So, but I really like being outside and walking around
Yeah.
and enjoying that in just with my puppy Coco. She's a border collie, so she needs to be walked incredibly frequently. But that has always been exceptionally
Yeah.
enjoyable for me. And of course, when it's winter, it's also, as you know, because I love my sports, it's also basketball season, and Michigan basketball is fantastic. So there's nothing like spending some time in Chrysler and watching Blue, stay undefeated. It's just great. I enjoy that immensely. So
Yeah.
there are things
Yeah.
like that.
There's a
Uh,
lot there. It is. I love walking outside in the winter too, and I feel like it's a pretty easy
Yep,
task to dress appropriately and to
absolutely.
enjoy it. I feel like the mistake that people make is like they come from California and they're like, I'm just going to power through without buying gloves. And of course you're unhappy. Buy gloves. That is my tip.
Exa-
That's the best way to enjoy winter. Wear gloves.
Exactly. And it's, I don't know, there's something about, like I said, there's something about being outside when the moon is clear and
Mm,
it's shining on the snow, and
so
you
bright.
feel that clearness and the crispness of the air, and especially whether or not the moon's out, you get a certain color blue of the sky at night that it's so rich. Oh, God, and if you've never experienced it, you just can't understand it. And
Friend,
I love
friends, he's a man of science and a poet. So
it.
that's
Thanks.
great. All right. So this has been great. Thank you so much, Steve. I appreciate your coming on to talk about Ann Arbor. I can't wait to the next time I see you live and in
Indeed.
person. It's going to happen soon. Thank you to Michigan Medicine for all you guys have been doing to keep us safe. You have been doing an exceptional and remarkable job, and it's one of the reasons I am so proud to be part of this institution. Michigan Medicine's tremendous, and
You are so kind, Sarah. I'm humbled by everybody that I get a chance to work with and interact with. But, you know, I have great affection for everything that you guys do over at the law school. It's cool that our students interact together, and so
yes,
many things. It's amazing, and it has been. You have always been so incredibly helpful to me, and you are just absolutely brilliant. And so
ha,
I am forever grateful for our friendship, no doubt.
yeah, back at you. All right. Well, I'm going to forego doing a grammar section this time because this has been a very special episode. So there should be some differences from the usual format. So I'm just going to wind up with my thanks, my sincere thanks to Dustin Johnston, who makes this all possible. And now we're giving him like 700 different things to work with to edit this all together. So thank you. And then I'll use my trademark sign off, which is wherever you go, go
Go
blue.
blue.